Today we will be rebuilding the Washington Wizards after they just landed the #1 pick in the draft lottery. This team finished up with a 17-65 record, acquired Trae Young, Anthony Davis, and now they also have the #1 overall pick. Which leads me to believe that this team could absolutely be terrifying for years to come in this Eastern Conference. Let's go ahead and rebuild them and see what it looks like. But before we get into today's video, YouTube does tell me about 55% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall in that 55% and want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. What a trade deadline it was for the Washington Wizards after they both acquired Trae Young and Anthony Davis, and then the vision was to tank still for the rest of the year. Trae Young barely played, AD didn't play at all. Now, of course, there is some AD interviews that have you wondering if he's even going to play a game in DC. But we'll see on that. We may look to trade him this offseason. I don't know if we'd get anything. His contract's gonna be really hard to move, so let's just go ahead and get started, obviously, with the most obvious thing to do here. So Brian Keefe's still the head coach, but the Wizards get the #1 overall pick. That is, that is exactly what they needed. The Jazz get 2, Grizzlies 3, Bulls 4. So I went ahead and made this order correct by just, manually trading the picks together, basically. So let's go ahead, though, and get started with, we all know what the Wizards, well, actually, I guess it's not set in stone. It is a possibility the Wizards maybe take Darren Peterson, but obviously, for this video, I'm just going to go ahead and take AJ Dybantsa and not even think twice about it. So maybe they consider Peterson instead, but we're taking AJ Dybantsa. He will be a Washington Wizard alongside all this other young talent they have and a couple of veterans they have. This team could be very scary next year. We also had 3 second-round picks, which I'm probably going to two-way a couple of these guys, so we can go ahead and do that. So Boogie Flynn was the other one we took, and then Dybantsa, of course, #1 overall. I guess we have too many players. Wait, two-way? Is that going to fix it? No, it does not. Okay, I guess we can't sign these guys. Okay, never mind. Player options. Trae Young accepts his player option. We have Vucevic, Jameer Watkins, Cameron Whitmore. I'm probably going to accept all of these, but D'Lo, of course, accepting his player option. We'll have to see on that. And, maybe we move him. We'll see. But like I said, if we trade Anthony Davis away, it looks like this roster is already kind of getting to the point where it's a little bit full. So I have to imagine that we really couldn't trade AD right now because, like I said, I think we're reaching a point. In fact, let me count. So yeah, we actually have 16 players currently employed right now. So I don't envision making any more moves this offseason other than maybe just dumping one of these guys away. So obviously this roster is really deep with what they have. And we just probably got to get rid of D'Lo. That's the one. Or I could just release him whenever we want to do. But that's probably going to be the guy we get out of here. So let's just release him. Not even think twice about it. D'Lo can go. So that's going to be pretty much the only thing I do. So I don't really know what the starting five is going to look like. It's probably going to be, if I really had to think about it real quick. So it's Trae Young, Trey Johnson. Does Coulibaly start? Dybantsa's probably going to start, if I had to guess. And then Anthony Davis, Kai Shaw. I mean, it's a very good Wizards team. They're going to be very scary. So we're going to go ahead, though, get into this first season. As I said, yes, in theory, AD, I guess, could be traded before he even plays a game. But if we even try to do that, obviously this one's just super unrealistic. The Sixers are not dumping Edgecombe for Anthony Davis. Garland, Josh Giddey, Bam Adebayo, I guess. A lot of these trades are going to be obviously really unrealistic. So more than likely, we're going to keep Anthony Davis for the season. And we're just going to see what this Wizards team can do. So let's go to player progression first and foremost. And let's see what this looks like altogether. So Sharif Cooper also back. AD does regress down 3 overall, which is not surprising. Alex Sarr, Coulibaly's up. Trey Johnson, Carrington is up. You got Whitmore, Jaden Hard developing. And then Champagne is down. And Sharif Cooper is up. But I don't think Sharif Cooper is going to make this roster, unfortunately. So we can go and release him as well, because we're at a point where we have 15 players already. So let's go ahead, get into this rotation for year 1. And then we got to look at the shot teams and all that. So I'm very curious to see what this team is going to look like. But I think I have a starting 5 in mind. But let's go ahead and see what the rest of the rotation looks like. So Power Rank has this at 19th overall, and I believe the last time I did a Wizards rebuild, it didn't really go well in year #1 when we got the prospect plus AD and Trae Young. So we'll see what happens here. But you have Trae Young, Trey Johnson, Dybantsa, Anthony Davis, Alex Sarr, Keyshawn George, Coulibaly, Will Riley, Bub Carrington, and Jaden Hardy. So that leaves like Whitmore, Vucevic, and Watkins and Champagne all the rotation at the moment if we run 10 deep. I do want to adjust these minutes quite a bit because they're quite balanced, of course, as well. And then shot tendencies, I'm sure, is just a mess as well. So Trae Young's going to have a high shot tendency. AD is going to have a high one, obviously. Trey Johnson already is going to have a high one. Dybantsa already has a high one. So actually, with the way it looks, I might just run with how it is right now. I'm not going to lie to you. So we'll just leave it as is for this because I actually kind of liked them a little bit. And then the only other thing I want to do is I do want to adjust the minutes accordingly a little bit. So let's shrink the bench utilization down to 40. So that gives our starters a few more minutes to run. Because I do want, obviously, Dybantsa playing quite a bit. Trae Young can play a little bit more. So something like this. And then maybe you'll see my face at the trade deadline. I guess it kind of depends on how this team is playing. But yeah, something like that should look good. So yeah, if this team is good, then maybe you won't see me. But if we're bad, then maybe I sell something off. I'm not sure. Of course, we do have, I'm sure, free agents coming, like, you know, Bird or like Cool Bally's rookie contracts coming up. Whitmore's is as well. I don't know if we'll be keeping Whitmore long term, but we'll see. So let's just go ahead first and foremost, see what this team looks like with how things are. Dybantsa added to Trae Young, AD, Alex Sarr, Trey Johnson. It should be a fun team in the East. They should immediately be playoff contenders in my mind, but let's see what 2K thinks. Okay, so we are at the trade deadline, as I am going to try to trade Anthony Davis here. We're not good, which sucks. I kind of was expecting it, though, because I think 2K doesn't really like the Wizards with this roster for whatever reason. But I'm going to try to trade AD to the Warriors. So basically, the reason why I'm doing this, we get Jimmy Butler's contract. It is an expiring $56 million, which is why we like it, because AD has a player option next year. So we're not going to keep Jimmy Butler. He's not going to be here long term. He'll play out this season maybe, but that's about it. In fact, I won't even mind like just buying him out after we get him, but 2K would automatically stretch him, so I won't do that. But if you can just give me one first for this trade, I will do it. So we get a 2030 unprotected in the future for AD. I think that's good business. Like I said, Jimmy Butler is not someone I plan on developing long term. In fact, we could probably just go ahead and throw like a suspension on him. We might as well tank the rest of the year because we're 19 and 32. So yeah, Jimmy Butler's not going to change our fortunes. I mainly did that to just get out of AD's contract. So we're going to put, you know, Jimmy Butler out for personal reasons for the rest of the season, because we're going to just continue to tank. Now, obviously, there is going to be new rules. I don't know what they'll totally entail just yet, what it'll look like exactly. We've gotten kind of a snippet, but yes, this is what we'll do for the rest of the year. So AD being gone should obviously open up a window for someone else to play. So we'll look at that in just a second. But Jimmy Butler should be out for the season with personal reasons. So you have Kaisha and George step in there. So it's going to be Trae Young, Trey Johnson, Dybantsa, Kaisha and George, Alex Sarr, Riley, Carrington, Jaden Hardy, Whitmore, and Shampenny. So I like that. 1932. And I mean, I guess technically we could make maybe a play-in run. We'd have to be really good though. You know, we're not too far back, 5 games back. Maybe it's a long shot, but we'll see. Maybe we get hot with AD gone. Well, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So yeah, year number 1 was definitely disappointing. Peterson does get Rookie of the Year in Utah. That'll probably be the next video we do, but we'll see. Clutch player, Wembanyama, Riche, most improved, and then Nathan Mack, you know, Chris Finch and all that, Jokic MVP. But here's your All-NBA first team, so I'm going to assume we don't have anybody on here. I mean, maybe Trae Young gets on here, but we were such a bad team that I just doubt it. All defensive first team, maybe we get Sarr. Yeah, Sarr does make it on here. He got hurt at the end of the year. AD goes to the Warriors and makes it as well. All rookie first team, obviously Dybantsa's on here. We'll see what he averages in just a second. Here's our all-rookie second team. So we do end up as, sorry, we're not a play-in team. I kind of made it look like we were going to be for a second, but no. 23 from Trae Young, 20 from Trey Johnson. Jimmy Butler was 16, obviously didn't play for us, but 16 from Dybantsa. Actually missed more time than I would have liked to have seen, but 66 games played. Alex Sarr with 10 and 8, 9 from Will Riley, 7 from Coulibaly. But yeah, we are going to be in the lottery. Now, obviously, like I said, there's going to be new rules, but trying to enforce them in 2K is going to be kind of a mess, so we won't be dealing with that today. But the Pistons and the Spurs are your finals, and it's going to be the Detroit Pistons who go on to win a championship. So going into this, we are going to have the number 1 best odds. I'm kind of hoping we don't get a number 1 pick. I'm not going to lie to you. I think recent Wizards videos, I've just gotten like number 1 picks on top of number 1 picks, and it's been so overwhelming. Like, yeah, to a point, it's cool, but it's so hard to develop so many good players. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. So we dropped to 5, and honestly, as weird as it is to say this, I'm actually okay with it, because I simply did not want to have to deal with developing another number 1 overall pick. Like, that would have just been really hard to do. I mean, maybe it would have been fine this year, but like I said, it gets to a point. I remember there's a recent Wizards video I did where we just were really good or we got the number 1 pick like every freaking offseason. It was just like, dude, how am I supposed to develop all these guys? Now, Brian Keefe might need to go based off how that season went, right? We were disappointing. I mean, I think the Wizards have set themselves up to be a playoff team, and we were not that. Far from it. So I think we'll be firing Brian Keefe based off that, and we'll be going for somebody else. So we can go for like Kenny Atkinson. I'll throw a deal at. So go for Kenny Atkinson. We'll go for Missoula. We'll go for Will Hardy as well. We'll see if we can get any of these guys. Jason Kidd sitting here. I'll throw him an offer too. See if we can get him maybe. Just anybody, because Kid has some good ratings in 2K. Do we get any of them? Okay, so we can have our pick at Missoula, which, yeah, actually, I'm just going to go do that. He's going to have the best ratings here. So Missoula is going to be a new coach of the Wizards. I guess Boston let him go. So on draft, now we have the 5th pick. So what are we going to get is the question. So, I mean, it could be, obviously, any of these guys, but Bruce, Christian Collins, Cameron Williams, Stokes, Stephon, It'd be nice to get Cameron Williams. I think he'd be my favorite player to draft here, but I doubt he falls to us at 5. Do we have other picks in this draft? We might. So we have 17 and 20, apparently. We have so many players that I actually kind of want to just trade these for future seconds because I just don't see how we can add this many players to the roster. So I'm going to pick one number 5. We'll see what falls into our laps. You know, it's going to be best player available approach for me personally, but let's see what falls to us. So Stokes is going to go number 1 to Utah. Memphis is going to take Cameron Williams. Kind of expected that. Oklahoma City, I just realized that's a top 3 pick. They get Stefan Joksimovic, and then Chicago is going to get Hugo. So I think we either take Bruce or Caleb Holt. I mean, I like Trae. I think we have our shooting guard. Trae Johnson is him. So is it point guard that we maybe take? Christian Collins is at the 3. I mean, Dybantsa. I think we take Brandon McCoy here and, you know, hope he can develop into our point guard when Trae Young is leaving. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. So, Brandon McCoy, welcome to Washington. You're going to be our brand new point guard in the future. Probably going to be like a developmental project for now, but I feel good with that. So, Brandon McCoy, welcome. We have a bunch of options to accept, which I'm going to accept. I'm going to decline Jaden Hardy. I don't think we need him necessarily. We got Carrington, Riley, Trae Johnson. I'm going to accept all those, obviously. I'm going to accept Champagne's as well. And I'm going to let Vucevic go. Boogie Flan I'll accept too, based off, you know, it's only 2nd year. So, Coulibaly, Cam Whitmore. I'll extend the qualifying offers on both of them, but we'll see what we do on that. I'll probably re-sign Coulibaly, but I guess we'll find out. And Trae Young, I didn't even realize. I guess I glossed over it, but I thought he had a player option. Maybe he didn't. Maybe it was... Okay, so Trae Young's a free agent. All right. So I was, for whatever reason, thinking he had another year on his deal, but... Yeah, we have the bird rights on Jimmy. Obviously, I'm not bringing him back. But we have Trae Young, which I'm going to resign him because we did just draft a developmental point guard with Brandon McCoy. So Trae Young can start there for now. Trae Johnson's there. AJ Dybantsa, obviously. Kashan George, Will Riley, Alex Sarr. So I'd like to get a legitimate backup 5. I feel like we have... So Coulibaly could be either our shooting guard or backup small forward. So yeah, we'll probably bring him back as well. So yeah, let's grab Trae Young, re-sign him to like a short-term deal. I don't want to like... you know, give him 5 years or anything like that. But if we give him a 2-year deal, maybe 3rd year, not like non-guaranteed or something like that, I think would look good. So 40 a year sounds decent for Trae Young. I'll do that. So team option last year will make it like a flat rate, 40 million. I think I feel good about that. I'll give Coulibaly, you know, 17.5 a year. I think I feel all right about that as well. So grab that. And then I think I'll let the rest of these guys go. So I'm going to get Trae Young, Coulibaly. We're going to renounce everyone else with the amount of roster spots problems we have. And then I do want to get a center as well. We have Vucevic, but I'm trying to maybe get a little bit better there. So like Neemias Queta, I think sounds pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and give him a 2-year deal, something like that. So we'll do with that. And that should land us the 3 guys I'm hoping to get here. Obviously 2 being re-signs, and we bring in a new backup center, so I like that. We do have money to bring in another player, but I probably won't do that. So Trae Young, Carrington. We could definitely slide a bunch of guys to small forward or whatever. So are we not on moratorium yet? So... Wait, didn't I already sign Cool? Wait, did I miss where Cool? Oh, no, he's right there. So he's at small forward, my bad. So Coulibaly is going to, I guess, be over to Bonta, but that's probably going to change, obviously. So we could probably move McCoy to shooting guard. We could maybe even play him this year. And yeah, or we could move Champagne. I guess it just kind of depends what we do. But I'm okay with that. So I think I'm good. Could sign another shooting guard, but I want to roll with what we have. So let's go to player progression. Let's see how much more development we get out of these guys. So you have Trae Young regressing, which is not surprising. Trae Johnson up to an 86. Dybantsa up to an 84, which is big time. Obviously, we need Dybantsa to turn into a superstar. Coulibaly with an 84. Kashan George 83 and Carrington up to an 83. So even Bub going up is helpful too. So, okay. Let's go look at this rotation. I think I'll have Trae Young take a back step or a back seat this next season, maybe reduce his shot tendency a little bit, and let Trae Johnson obviously have a really good shot tendency. And Dybantsa's shot tendency is already really high, but I need him to take off even further. So let's go ahead and get into year 2. Year 1 was disappointing. We have a new coach. AD's gone. I think we've kind of, you know, got out some other things, clean, you know, house, let guys have more minutes here. So I'm excited to see what year 2 looks like. I'm hoping for a much better year. I really don't need another lottery pick next year. I feel like we're in a good spot. So let's go see what year 2 has in store for us. I will say the thing that worries me this year is Power Rank has us pretty low, so they are not high on this team, but I guess we'll see if that changes at all. But is Dybantsa really a bad fit in balance? Or no, never mind, that was different. Proficiency. Okay, so I'll leave it at balance, and then as I kind of mentioned, I do want to reduce the shot tendency on Trae Young a little bit. I like Trae Young, but I really want Dybantsa and Trae Johnson to be the focus, obviously. So Trae Young, like... yes, he can have a high touch tendency to get those assists, but if he can have like a 70 shot tendency, I'd feel good about that. With Trae Johnson and Dybantsa having like a really high shot tendency here. Alex Sarr can even go up a tad bit as well. and we'll probably leave it at that. Maybe Kaishan George gets a little bit of a higher one as well. It's pretty low. Yeah, so I think I feel good about that. Okay, so with that, your rotation is going to be this. So you have a 10-man rotation with Trae Young, Trey Johnson, Dybantsa, Kaishan George, Alex Sarr, Coulibaly, Bub Carrington, Will Riley, Neemias, and then Shinpenny. You might eventually shift to a point where you move Sarr back to the 4 like you wanted to play and we get a new center in here, but we'll see on that. So hopefully this team surprises the power rank, because power rank is really low on us, unfortunately. 25th is not where I want to be. So we'll see if this season is any better. I have a feeling it will be. Man, I really do not want another lottery pick, but we'll see what happens. So at the end of this season, Cade Cunningham gets MVP, Williams is your Rookie of the Year, and Memphis, Giddey is your 6-man, Wemby is your DPOY, and Proctor is your Most Improved, Edwards is your Clutch Player, Biggerstaff Coach of the Year, and Bartlett is your Executive. So, unfortunately, you know, there is, I guess, I don't know, we'll look at it in just a second, but All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, Peterson's already making it on here. So shout out to Darren Peterson, All-NBA third team, all defensive first. We do get Alex Sarr on here again, and all defensive second team. We do end up as a play-in team, so we'll at least take that. But I will say we finished under 500 at 38 and 44. So again, we're kind of disappointing. I will say I would like to be a little bit better than that. But here were your stats anyway. So you had 22 from Dybantsa, 21 from Trey Johnson. So kind of as I was wanting, Trae Young took a back step a little bit, 18 and 9, and then Dybantsa and Trey Johnson were kind of your scores. 13 and 8 from Sarr, 10 from George, 10 from McCoy, who played a little bit, only 3 games. But we're hoping he develops into our starting point guard in the future. We'll have to see on that. But okay, we get to play the Bucks in the play-in. So at least we're in the play-in. I would love to avoid the lottery at all costs. I just do not want another lottery pick here. I feel good about what we're developing. So we get to play the Bucks, who probably still have Giannis at this point, I assume. They do. Did he sign a new contract with them? Or his free agency isn't up yet? No, he did extend there. Wow, okay. So what'd they turn the 10th pick into? I guess Elijah Arenas, who's not, I don't even think he's supposed to be in the draft class anymore, but whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and simcast this one, because like I said, I would like to get into the actual playoff dance. I want to see what this Wizards team can do. And, like I said, I think they could be really good next year. And so far, it's just not really translating to 2K, but we get to play Brooklyn or Toronto. Brooklyn, really sucks for them. They could have used a top 4 pick in this draft. But now we get to play them, or the Toronto Raptors, I should say, in the play-in. So let's see if we can beat them and get into the actual playoffs. Would love to see how we stack up in this East if we could get past the Raptors. It's been a very close game, and they barely lose. Okay, so we won, and we're in the playoffs like I wanted. So we get to play the Atlanta Hawks, who ended up with the 8th pick. They have Nick Smith. They have Alexander Walker, Risha Shea, Jalen. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, we're not a very good 8th seed based off 2K's projections, but this is not a very scary 1st seed either. Like, this, I don't even know why this team's the 1st seed. So, is there a chance we can knock them off? I know Risha Shea gets, like, super OP in 2K for whatever reason. 25 points per game. Jalen Johnson averaging 19. I really feel like we could knock this team off. But, again, we are the Wizards in 2K right now, and we're not playing, like, extremely well. So, we'll see, though. But I do feel like we have the talent level to do so. But I mean, they're the 1st seed, we're the 8th seed probably for a reason. So I don't know. I might be too crazy to be thinking that. So we do lose game 1 pretty convincingly. All right, let's just get out of here. Okay, we won game 2 though. 144 to 129. Story from Dybantsa, 25 and 20. Game 3 is going to go to Atlanta. Game 4 is going to go to Atlanta. I'm telling you right now, though, if these two teams match up in real life, I think the Wizards would have a really good chance at beating this team. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, they drafted Kareem Lopez, I think, with that 8th pick. But whatever. That's, how the 2K system win, I guess. But so we're going to have Detroit, Orlando, and the Pistons and the Spurs. The Pistons are going to win another championship here. So for the first time in a while, we will not have a lottery pick. Charlotte's going to get number 1. We do have the 17th pick, so we could probably still add someone pretty good there. So I'll take that at the very least. But as far as staff sign is concerned, Missoula got us into the play-in, into the playoffs. So I think that's a good start at the very least. But we also have expansion, so let's go see who we're going to be able to protect and who we're not going to be able to protect. So Shinpenny is going to probably be the one we can't protect, unfortunately. It probably will be Shinpenny, unfortunately. We'll, protect everybody else. So, okay. For the draft, Shinpenny might get taken away from us. I gave him a minimum extension, so we'll see. Yeah, he's gone. Okay, so he's gone. We have the 17th pick in the draft. We also have a few second rounders. So you know what? I might look to trade up in this draft. So let's see if we can maybe put something together. I know it's kind of funny that I said I didn't want a lottery pick here, but I might go ahead and package all these picks to move up 4 spots or so. They don't agree to that though. Okay, if I throw another second at you, and that's all it took. So instead of 17, we'll have pick 13. So the end of the lottery. So we'll go see and get with pick 13. I don't even know what I'm looking for necessarily, but just give me something to feel good about. We could continue to draft point guards, but I don't know if I want to do that. We could go Scola, this year Anderson. We have Nico. I don't even know who that is. Gabe Neesmith, Jackson. There's a lot of good point guard prospects, but I don't really want a point guard. I'm going to take Thomas Scola here. So welcome to Washington. Thomas Scola could develop into something maybe in the future for us, but at pick 13, we take a swing. 70 overall, so maybe not going to be something right away, but I didn't really want to draft another point guard. Player options, we have all these. We're going to accept all of them. Kashawn George, free agent. Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington. I have interest in bringing every single one of them back. Fland, I'll probably let go because McCoy is someone I'm, trying to develop really well. So Carrington, and yeah, not to mention Bub Carrington as well. So Alex Sarr is for sure getting an extension for me. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. Kashawn George, I'll probably extend as well. And I'll extend Bub Carrington probably as well. So let's just get all 3 of these guys to come back. Sarr's trying to go to the Pacers. We will not allow that to happen. So we'll make sure that does not go down. And we do have money to sign someone else if we want to, but let's see. So we got Bub Carrington, Trae Young, Brandon McCoy. We have Koulibaly, AJ Dybantsa, Will Riley, Kashawn George, Alex Sarr, and Nemia. So I think the biggest move for me, if I did do anything, is Trae Young is on the last year of his deal. Depending on how much I trust Bub Carrington and Brandon McCoy, we could trade Trae Young maybe for an upgrade at the 5 and slide Sarr to the 4. I think that could be something we could do. So that's kind of my thought process. So I don't think I'm going to bring anybody else in. We made the play in the playoffs last year. So let's go to player progression. I'm hoping Dybantsa is up to an 88 or something this year. And 87, so that's close. But Alex Sarr, 88. Trae Young actually goes up after regressing recently. Interesting. Carrington, Kashawn, and George are up. And then you got Brandon McCoy up to a 78. So not quite ready to start. But hey, Bub Carrington's up to an 84. So... and he played pretty well. Obviously, he didn't start, but yeah, you definitely look for me to potentially trade Trae Young at the trade deadline and get a new center maybe and slide Sarr to the 4. That's what I think could really help this team. But let's go see what it looks like first and foremost before we think about anything we do at the deadline. So once again, we're in a spot where power rank is just not very high on us. So yeah, I don't know. It's just disappointing. But maybe it's Trae Young. He's the curse of this team for right now, and we move him and things will get better. If we can just be over 500 and get to that point, trade Trae Young when we're there, maybe that just changes everything. I don't know. But Trae Young, Trey Johnson, Dybantsa, Kashawn George, Sarr. I mean, this is a really good looking team on paper. It just unfortunately, I don't know. Just doesn't. And then can I move McCoy to the 2 maybe? He does go up 1, so we'll do that, and he'll be 6'4" starting or being the backup there, so I'm cool with that. And then bench utilization will bring down to maybe a 38, something like that. So yeah, okay. Let's get to the trade deadline. Let's at least be above 500. That's all I really want. And if we can make that big trade, trading away Trae Young, so far, not a good start. So we'll see if it turns around, though. It could. But yeah, 2K has not been high on this Wizards team like I am in real life. So I'm going to do this trade with the Sacramento Kings where the Kings will get Trae Young, we'll get their first round pick a lot of protected, and we get Jamal Shed, which is not bad depth if we need it. So yeah, we'll bring in Jamal Shed. We simply are going to be dumping Trae Young here. I don't know. For whatever reason, I'm thinking it could be addition by subtraction. There was some centers I could trade for, but some of the same guys I've gotten in the past. So I'm going to try to leave Sarr at the 4 and just hope at the 5, and eventually it'll pay off. But Trae Young's gone. We are disappointing once again, 17-32. So we went from being a play-in team last year. I don't know if Trae Young being gone is going to change our fortune immediately, but I definitely feel like it could. Sometimes addition by subtraction is all you need in 2K sometimes, but we'll see, man. So Jamal Shed in, Trae Young out, Bub Carrington's now going to start 17-32. I mean, I don't know if we can sneak into the play-in maybe this year. We are only okay. Yeah, we're 8 games back, so yeah, it'd be really tough to pull off. But who knows? Maybe we can. If not, we'll be in the lottery once again, and we'll hope that next year maybe this 2K sim will start to actually take us seriously. So far, it's been very, very disappointing. So awards has nothing for us to be excited about here, but here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team as we get Alex Sarr, who continues to make All-Defensive teams at center. So I really don't think, moving Sarr is what we need to do. We'll just have to see, man. We will have a lottery pick this offseason, but here are your end-of-season stats. So 23 from Dybantsa, 22 from Trae Johnson, 16 from Sarr, 11 from Kashawn George, and 9 from Riley, 9 from Bub Carrington. But once again, we're not a team in the East that's being taken too serious. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. You got the Grizzlies, who I assume drafted Boozer. They did, and they are in the finals, and the Mavericks beat them. So Zion Williamson joined Cooper Flag, I guess, in Dallas, and they became very good with Kyrie still there as well. So here are your retirements. Steph and Jimmy retiring as Lakers is kind of interesting. But, okay, let's get into this offseason once again. Obviously, we'll have a lottery pick to think about. I don't know if we'll jump up, but we shall see. We will have we have 3 or 2. Well, Sacramento's pick is protected. The Milwaukee pick, did I get that in this video, or is that a trade they already, or a pick they already owned? I don't remember, to be honest, but maybe we have the 7th best odds and 11th best odds. We'll see what happens, and we get 2. So did our pick jump from 11 to 2? That's actually kind of wild. So we have number 2, and we have number 8. I don't, for the life of me, remember where. I mean, maybe the Wizards got that in real life. I don't think I got it. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm forgetting about it already. But so we got 2 and 8. So we have, yeah. Wow, that should make us even stronger. So Joe Mazzulla is your coach, and then what draft class is this? So we got Diggs, Garma, Bamba. Ooh, I think I'm gonna draft Bamba if I have the chance. That's probably where I'd go with this pick, but we'll see. So we'll keep Mazzulla, even though last year was disappointing. He's got good grades, so we'll hope that it works out this year. But we have number 2 and number 8, so hopefully we can get some good. Who has number 1 overall, by the way? The Venom do. So Las Vegas expansion. I mean, they might take Bamba, so that could be something that happens to us, but we'll see. Maybe I could, convince them to not, to trade with us. Oh, wow, they don't even take him. Okay, so we're going to take him, not even think twice about it. So Bamba, welcome to the Wizards. And then we're going to go to pick 8 now. We have Cam Mercer, Miles Hayes, or Colton Hiller. So a lot of different options. Beckham Black as well. Man, I mean, there's a lot of good. I mean, again, there's just a lot of guards we can take, but I think I'll take Colton Hiller here. So UConn guard, and then we have an early second. I'm going to let the AI take care of this. We're getting to the point where I don't know how many of these guys are really going to get involved in rotation, but we're going to accept. Can I two-way him? No. I'll still sign him. Why not? Player options, McCoy, I'm going to accept. It does say decline it, so that does give me a little, makes me a little bit nervous that he might not turn to anything good for us, but we do have Trae Johnson as a free agent, and so is Will Riley. So the plan is to bring both of them back. No questions asked there. So bring both of them back. That's done. And we're once again just not free agency players. So I feel like we have, a good set of guys at home. It just unfortunately has not panned out into that. But it could change this year. So Bamba is the backup. I feel good about. Nemiaskita's gone now. Kaishon George, Will Riley, AJ Dybantsa, Coulibaly, McCoy, Trae Johnson. Let's go to progression. See what it looks like this year. No Trae Young for a full season. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but Dybantsa's up to an 89. Bub Carrington, 86. Jamal Shed, 82. McCoy, yeah, he didn't move really at all. So Skull is up to a 74, though, at least. So you do have a little bit of progression, but Dybantsa and, Trae Johnson will have the full floor here. Bub Carrington's development to a decent point guard for us as well. So let's get into this next season. I'm hoping and praying that we might eventually get some regular season luck here. We'll see. It just has not been that way at all. If power rank is low on us again, probably a bad sign. Okay, not too bad. Power rank is 17th this time. That's the highest it's been in this video, so I guess we'll take that. And here is your rotation. So Carrington, Trae Johnson, Dybantsa, Kaishon George, Alex Sarr, Coulibaly, Jamal Shed, Will Riley, McCoy, and Colton Hiller. So that leaves Bamba Turi out of the rotation. I'm actually thinking about running a 9-man rotation this season. We haven't done it yet, but let's do it. Let's see what happens if we do that. I don't know if... I don't know. Could we maybe do play physical defense? I've never really messed with these before, but sometimes I wonder. So we're going to protect the paint, offensive rebound and crash, offensive glass, limit transition, some crash, others get back, pick and roll offense, play through star. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see if that changed anything. Patient offense, average tempo, shoot at will. Average tempo will do that. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if this changed anything. Hopefully we can be a good team this year. Let's sim through November 3rd. Let's see how we start. So, okay. 2-2, 3-2, 3-3. We are just kind of, okay, 4-6. Let's try these next 2 games. And, okay, we're literally right at 500. So, your guess is as good as mine as how the season will go. We do have some injuries, but I'm hoping and praying that this season finally treats us well. So at the end of this season, Wemby wins MVP. Darius is a Rookie of the Year. Fox and Wemby as well, representing Spurs there. Williams most improved in Memphis, who's developed to an 86 for them, so he's been really good. Mike Brown, Coach of the Year in San Antonio. And wow, the Spurs just represented every freaking award, didn't they? But here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, And I'll be a third team. So Peterson has been on here. We have not seen Dybantsa once, unfortunately. But Sar continues to make all defensive teams, so that's a plus. All rookie first team and all rookie second team. We get Colton Hiller and Bamba on here, which is nice to see. But we end up as the fourth seed in the East, fellas. So we actually finally had a decent season. So we went 50-32. So finally, regular season luck went our way a little bit. But yeah, 26-7. You're telling me this doesn't deserve maybe like an All-NBA nod here? Come on, man. What the hell? So All-Star, first team All-Rookie. So he was an All-Star at least. But 25 from Trae Johnson, 17-11 from Alex Sar, 13-5, 12 from McCoy, 10 from Bub Carrington, and 10 from Colton Hiller when he played. But okay. We're in the playoffs, second time in this video, so let's go see if we can go on a deep run here. I mean, we're a fourth seed, getting to play the Celtics, who have Jamal Murray, Czech, Nang, who I actually could have traded for him at the trade deadline with Trae Young, but I decided against it. Jalen Brown, Tatum, Mitch Robinson, Toppin, Peyton Pritchard, and Lewis. So game one is going to go to us, 140-122. Trae Johnson with 29, 28 from Dybantsa. Game two goes to Boston. Game three is going to go to us. That's good. We needed a road win after they got a road win on us. It's 2-2, though. 3-2. Yes. Can we beat them in 6? Yes, we can. Let's go. So we're on to the second round to play the Memphis Grizzlies, who obviously get moved over because of expansion. It's probably going to be Minnesota, but it's the Grizzlies. So the one thing I'm noticing, though, guys, if you don't notice it already, is Cameron Boozer's out. So I don't know how long he's out for, but he is not here. So how long is this man out? He is out for the season. That is unfortunate. But it does feel like a chance and opportunity for us. So maybe we take advantage of it with no Boozer. John Morant's still a stud in his own right. Cameron Williams has turned into a good player for them. So, yeah, we'll see. Game one is going to go to us. 151-126. 31 from Williams. 32 from Trae Johnson. 29 from Dybantsa. Game two is going to go to us. Oh, boy. I think we might take advantage of them with no Boozer. 2-1, though. Do they even it up? Nope. 3-1. And we will beat them in 6. No, game 7. Damn. Okay, game 7. I was feeling good about our chances of taking care of them, but unfortunately, game 7 is upon us. So let's go to game 7 on the road to Memphis. We know we want this. This will be our best chance to take this away from them with no Boozer to deal with. We have a lead. Do not let them take it. They do. I should have simcasted one of those games. I feel so dumb. I just felt like we were going to win one of those. The momentum on our side, but the Grizzlies, they are going to lose to the Nets. Who did the Nets have? Caleb Wilson and Jokic. Oh, man, that's so annoying. But the Nets actually came back. Jokic is their finals MVP. So would we have beaten Jokic? I don't know. But the one thing I will say, it's not all bad that we lost here, because we are going to have Bamba probably be our starting center next year, because as I told you guys, I was thinking about moving Sar to the 4 at some point in this video, and now we have a reason to. We literally have a reason to. So I think next year could be the year that, hey, a championship could be coming to Washington. So with Bamba hopefully developing, Sar's going to slide to the 4. Should make our front court even stronger. And just got to keep everybody here, basically. So, and there's going to have even more guys developing. As far as draft compensation, we have the 8th pick from that Kings trade. We have 20, 26, and 16. So we have 3 first-round picks in this draft. I'm going to trade the second away. Let's go pick at 8, 20, and 26. So at pick number 8, I was going to take Tafer Pinby, who apparently has an all-star ceiling with a 5'11 guard. And then, I don't know how much of these guys will play, but we'll bring them in anyway, just as, best player available prospects for us in the future. And we have, I don't know how to say his name, but point guard, Hall of Fame point guard, but he's a Hall of Fame ceiling. Interesting. I'm going to take Gus Baldwin here. We'll take Gus Baldwin. So welcome, all of you. Some of you look very fake, but anyway, welcome. So Pinby, none of these guys will be playing in this season, obviously, but we're going to accept all of these, and then qualifying offers. Dybantsa, got to re-sign him, clearly. Anyone else? So Dybantsa's a free agent, so is Jamal Shed. Do we need to bring Jamal Shed back? Colton Hiller? No, we probably don't need to bring Jamal Shed back, to be honest with you. So yeah, we just need to bring back Dybantsa, and we should be good. So obviously, we'll be bringing him back. We can let someone try to get him, but we're going to match it. So Dybantsa, welcome back. We'll let Jamal Shed go. So that should be done there. All right, let's just go straight to progression then. So this should be a very interesting progression we're seeing. So McCoy's up to an 83, so he does have a late jump. Colton Hiller and Bamba are up to 83, 82 respectfully. So yeah, this team, and Scola is even up to an 80. So we have Colton Hiller, Bub Carrington, Trae Johnson, McCoy, Koulibaly, Scola, Kashawn George, Will Riley, and then Bamba. So we probably should trade for a backup center if we're going to have Sar not play there anymore. So let's do that real quick. So I guess I'm going to be trading for Sinan Hoon. I don't know how to say his name correctly, but he's coming over and going to be our new backup center and might even turn into something better than we expect. So he was drafted in 2028. Obviously, McCoy just had a late jump, so we'll see if he turns into anything for us. But I feel like this is our best chance at, being really good. I think moving Star to the 4 is going to make this team even stronger. Last year was nice. I feel like if I would have simcasted one of those games on the Grizzlies, we probably would have won. That was my bad. I'll take that L. But it's okay. I think, letting Bamba get in the rotation as a full-time center is going to be good for us. So let's go see. I think we're at the point where there's really no draft classes to load anymore. So yeah, we're going to... Oh, I did it again. But let's go look at the rotation after I auto-generate these rookies. So the highest power rank has been on us, which is 9th overall. Proficiency is a 4-star balance, and here is what the rotation will look like. So we'll go with the 10-man rotation, but Bob Carrington, Trae Johnson, AJ Dybantsa, who's up to a 92, Alex Sarr at the 4, Bamba at the 5, Kashan George, Colton Hiller, Koulibaly, McCoy, and Seenan. I don't know how to say his last name, but you know who it is. I will say our depth is not as strong if someone gets hurt, but we'll have to deal with it. So, all right. Hopefully everyone stays healthy. We'll have our best season yet. With Alex Sarr moved to the 4. This is our best start, I will say. So yes, I will see you guys. Oh, we're starting to lose some more, but yeah, we should be a playoff team. Hopefully we're like a top 2 seed if possible. Hopefully this is our year to bring home a championship. So we had our best finish yet. It was overdue with how the 2K simulation has treated us today, but Missoula gets us at 66 and 16. So obviously all of this hopefully comes together to bring home a championship to DC. Sarr is your all defensive first team, and here is your, now here are your player stats is what I meant to say. But yeah, 23 from AJ Dybantsa, 22 from Trae Johnson, 16 from Alex Sarr, 15 from Colton Hiller, 11 from McCoy, 10 and 8 from Bamba, and 10 from Bob Carrington, and 10 from Scola. So let's get in there though, man. Bring home a championship. Let's see if we can go on a deep run here. So I really like this rotation quite a bit. Now the positive side is, I will say, this team is only going to get better even if we lose here. Like Bamba and Colton Hiller are probably going to turn into like really good players for us, but I don't even want to have to entertain that. I want to win right now. Chicago's the matchup. I'm assuming they drafted Caleb Wilson, but I don't see him. Luka Doncic joined them, I guess. Jordan Page. Hugo. Oh, no, they drafted Hugo. I forgot about that. So they drafted Hugo at number 4. No, that was the 27 class. Who did they take in 2026? Is he hurt? I don't even remember. Was it? Is it Jordan Page? I don't think he was in that class, was he? No, I actually don't see their pick from that draft. Unless if I'm just blind. Wasn't Bennett, was it? No. Okay, you know what? I have no idea who it was. Maybe it's right in front of my face and I don't see it. But regardless, game 1 is going to go to us. It is Luka Doncic we're dealing with here, but we should be past that. We should be way better than an 8th-seeded Bulls team. 2-1, 3-1. Please tell me we get out of here. Yes, there we do. Yes, we do. Now we get to play Memphis, which obviously we should have beat them last year. I simcast one of those games, we beat them. Now this time Boozer will be healthy, so this is going to be much tougher. Braden Burry's dealing well. It's a good Grizzlies team. We're looking at a good Grizzlies team, but we're a good Wizards team as well. So game 1 is going to go to us. 128 to 114, 37 for Dybantsa. He's averaging, let's see, 24 points in these playoffs. Not shooting well from 3, but that's okay. Game 2 goes to us, so far so good. 26 from Morant, 27 from Trae Johnson. Game 3, give it to us. There we go. Let's go, man. All we had to do was win one of these games last year, but it doesn't matter. We beat them in 4. Now for Detroit or Brooklyn. It's going to be Detroit, it looks like. It is. Okay, so Cade Cunningham. I mean, you guys have won 2 championships in this video already, so if you could just step aside, that'd be nice. But we got Cade, McCall. Oh my gosh, the perimeter defense this team would have. Now, it's an older McCall, but Asar, Ron Holland, Mikal Bridges, like that perimeter defense would be nasty, but I still feel like we should beat this team. I mean, Cade Cunningham is a one-man wrecking crew in the 2K sim, but do not let us lose to this team 2K, please. Game 1 goes to us. Beat them pretty good there. We're up 2-0, 3-0. Let's go, man. Come on, let's go. Okay, Portland, let's go. Is it going to be Portland? It is. Okay. Blazers fan in me is happy to see that. It's funny because obviously these two teams made the Denny Avdia trade, and Denny is on the other side, but they have Yusufu, Scoot Henderson, Cameron, Donovan Clingan, Joan Behringer, Shaden Sharp off the bench, Kamega, Peyton Pritchard. I mean, I don't know if they have any injuries, but I feel like we are so much better than this Blazers team. You have to imagine we win this series, right? Come on. Game 1 goes to the Blazers. Game 2. Denny does not get to, as a Blazers fan, part of me is like, okay, yeah, Denny, winning a championship over his former team would be cool. But I'm the Wizards in this scenario. Denny does not get to ride home in the sunset feeling good about what, oh my gosh. I looked at this Blazers team dead in the face and said, we could easily beat this team. And we find ourselves down 3-0 right now. Wow. Okay. I mean, maybe a 3-0 comeback's about to happen, but Wow, man. I really thought we had this literally written and shipped, and it was done deal. I mean, you could never get too comfortable, I guess, in 2K Sim. But 134 to 122, we win this game, so we're not dead yet. We don't get swept. We do pick up an injury, so Trae Johnson's not going to be back out there. All right, game 5 to force a game 6 to just keep this alive. We have a lead in the second quarter. Can we keep it in the third and the fourth, please? Please let us get to a game 6. Okay, there we go. We're good there. Now, can we come out here and win game 6 and force a game 7? You didn't do all this just to break my heart, 2K. Don't not let us get to a game 6 just to lose. Now, obviously, game 7 would be even worse, but I think we have forced a game 7, fellas. So we are not dead yet. They went up 3-0 on us. We bring out the aim rotation, and we can win game 7 and bring home a championship still. Let's do it. You blow them out in game 7. You do not lose this after we just fought our way back in this series. Take the lead. Take it. Take it from them. We do for a second. Oh my gosh, it's as close as can be. Oh my lord, this is a close one. Can we please get back in this game? It's a 2-point game. 5-point game, though. Nah, you're kidding me, right? We're going to lose 117 to 1. Okay, it's a 6-point game. Every time we get close, they separate. It's a 3-point game. We'll jump in and watch. We'll see if we can come back in this game, but wow, we might lose to the Blazers here. Okay, I'm going to get my face out of the way so you guys can see what's going on and see the scoreboard, so kind of get the feel for the game. But the Blazers have the ball. They have it's a 3. Shaedon Sharpe gets to the basket so easily. 5-point game. So Sharpe just, easily got around that. We forced a game 7 just to lose, didn't we? That's actually so unfortunate. But all right, let's see what Colton. Okay, Colton's trying to. Okay, what are we doing? Colton Hiller is going to pass it to Carrington. Alex Sarr for 3. We need this. Sarr hits it. What a shot. It's a 2-point game. It's a 2-point game. What a contested 3 that Sarr just hit on Donovan Clingan. Now we need Shaedon Sharpe to knock it to the basket so easily this time. And, okay, gives it to Avdia for Midi. Avdia, ooh, I thought that was going to rim out, but okay. Avdia on his former team gives them back to a 4-point lead. We need a big shot here. Let's see. Scoot Henderson. Going to be guarding Bub Carrington. Obviously, Bub Carrington and Denny were traded for each other. Sarr for 3 again. Does he do it again? Not this time, guys. I think that's all she wrote. So we're going to lose in game 7 in the most heartbreaking way you could think of. I think I run it back one more time, and we'll end on that. So I'm just going to get straight to the playoffs, and we're going to see. I mean, Clingan missed the first free throw, so I guess we're not dead yet, technically. If he missed... Okay, well, for 2. We're still alive. We're still alive. Hold on. Hold on. He went 0 for 2. Maybe we're still in this. If we can hit a 3 here. Sarr just gave us one earlier. Maybe we're still alive here. So let's see. Washington on the inbound. We need a big 3 here. Or just get a basket in general. Trae Johnson. Do we inbound the ball? We do. Sarr gives it to Colton Hiller. What's he want to do here? Scoot Henderson guarding him. Okay. Okay, he hits it. It's a 2-point game. Can we foul Clingan again? Can we foul? Okay, they get to Scoot. We're going to foul Scoot. We do have another timeout. What a comeback this would be if we could pull it off. I don't think we will. Scoot, can you miss one? He makes the first one. Need him to miss the second one, though, if he could. Please miss it, Scoot. He misses it. Okay. 128, 124. I think we need the 3 on this possession. We'll see if we get it. But this dragged out a little bit further than I thought it would. But like I said, I'll go one more time. If we lose next year, then it's GG's. But let's get... I mean, we're not dead yet, though. Let's not give up. Trae Johnson, back up. You could have maybe had a wide open... Okay, that's game. All right, guys, let's get to next season. That's it. So we've made it back to the playoffs as the first seed in the East again, which is obviously not the surprising part, but the main thing is, can we win a championship? We fell to 7 in the Blazers in the finals last year. Here were your stats, and 21, Colton Hiller with 20, who's up to a 90 overall, by the way. So, yeah, here's what the rotation looks like. So, 90, Colton Hiller, Trae Johnson, 88, 82, 89, 84, 86, 86, 84, 83. So, let's just get out here and let's try to make it back to the finals here. So we get to play the Miami Heat in round 1. Should be a team we beat pretty easily. As I say that, we did lose the first 2, but we get back in it now to play Detroit, who we did beat pretty easily last year. So hopefully that same situation happens here, but we'll beat them in 7. That was a little bit closer than I would have thought. The Boston Celtics, though, are the matchup this time. I'll take them a little bit more seriously here. Do we have any injuries? Oh, come on, man. Dybantsa's out now. Could not have any worse luck here. Although he's only dated, I mean, he's 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, I guess he's not out for the season here. We're up 1-0, so we could get him back eventually. Only 1 to 2 weeks is not bad, but we're up 2-0 so far. So even with Dybantsa, we have like Colton Hiller who could step, or without Dybantsa, and we're good. Boston's not even a match right now, and Dybantsa should be close to being back, if not back. Not yet. Okay, so it's the Thunder who have Dash Daniels. What do they have? They got SGA, Dash Daniels, J-Dub, Chet. We're without Dybantsa. They have Miles Hayes out the bench at 87 overall as well. He's day-to-day now. He's back, so we're good. Dybantsa's back. Let's go win a champ. They're up 1-0, though. Game 2 goes to us. Okay. 135-102. Game 3 is going to go us. All right, there we go. Portland is not even in the freaking playoffs this year. We do have both our injuries to our front court, but are you kidding me? The team we lost to didn't even make it in this year. That's wild. 2-2. We got a Simcast game 5. I did notice we have injuries to Star and Bamba, though, which is kind of unfortunate. But can we win game 5? Or are we going to literally lose in the finals twice in a row? It looks like we'll win game 5. Can we do so? Yes. 131-144. We win game 5. And, okay, everyone's healthy. We're good. Just win game 6. We win. Game 7. Okay. I kind of wanted game 7 for the dramatics, though. I'm not going to lie. So, it was worth the sim through game. Now it's for Simcast time. Game 7 at home in DC. You don't lose another one here, 2K. You don't let us do that. I think we took care of business here, fellas. It sucked last year, but we won this year. So, I think that's going to do it for me. And I'm going to end it there, fellas. So, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Feel free to watch the championship celebration if you choose to do so. This was a whole movie. It took us a lot longer to win a championship than I thought. But that's okay. It was fun. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.